Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's DIY is this adorable rustic wooden jack-o'-lantern made out of reclaimed wood. I'm very excited to show this one to you, so let's get started on the how-to. Okay, so this one's really simple and easy to make. Cost me next to nothing to make it. We are just going to need some raffia or rope, orange and black paint, a large or medium piece of wood. I got this from a house that is being renovated down the street, but you can also find stuff like this at Michael's and other craft stores. A lot of them have wooden sections of their stores with all kinds of sizes and shapes and weathered plain pine and all that. A stick for your stump, a large paintbrush, a medium flat brush, and a smaller brush for some finer points. And of course, to glue our stump on, our trusty hot glue gun and hot glue sticks. So just to get started, what I'm going to do is, this is such a large piece of wood, I'm just going to dump my paint all over and spread it around because we want the paint part to go as quick as possible. Just going to spread it around, and I'm going to do all sides also. Okay, your paint job doesn't have to be perfect here, because again, this is going to be a rustic piece. Before it gets completely dry, we're going to want to take some paper towels or newspaper and wipe down the edges here, so we get that rusted, weathered, rustic look. You'll probably have to use several paper towels. You're just going to keep going until you get your desired look of weatheredness. So there we are. And then we are going to let that dry. Okay, as I let that dry a little bit, I took a pencil and traced out my jack-o'-lantern face here. So it is dry enough for us to paint over with the black part. Real quick, I'm going to show you exactly how I go in and paint this. I'm going to do the little nose right here. So first I'm just going to start with my medium flat brush. I'm going to paint in the middle here. I'm going to stay away from the edges, and then I'm going to come back in with my finer brush to do nice clean lines and clean it up. And this black I'm using is actually like an off black. It's not like black because I want it to be a little bit more faded and rustic looking. So as you can see, my nose is not perfect, but I'm going to go in with this fine tipped brush and do my corners. And this will also give you a chance to even anything out that you need. real simple. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is a fun craft you can include your kids in too. You can make smaller ones, have them do their own, and you can have a whole family of jack-o'-lanterns out on your porch. So I'm going to let that coat dry. I'm going to go ahead and do the eyes and the mouth, and then I'll go back in and refine everything and make sure everything is nice and opaque. Okay, so that is our face, and like I said, I did the first coat and then I went in and refined all of my lines and corners with my fine brush. I let it dry and then I did a second coat to make sure our dark spots were nice and dark and opaque. So now what we're going to do is take our stick and glue it at the top. And I'm going to be really liberal with my glue. And stick it right here at the top. You might want to get something to put underneath it until the glue fully dries. I'm being very liberal with the glue here. I'm going to leave that be for a minute or two and let it dry, and then we will decorate our stem and we will be all done with this one. Okay, so now our stick is nice and dry and on there. So I'm going to take a few pieces of raffia, and I'm just going to give them a little bow here. You can also use rope, or really anything else you feel like. Please excuse my hands, they're a little shaky because I was doing yard work earlier. Okay, so we got that on there, and now I'm going to take some silk leaves here and my scissors and trim off the excess. Now, as always, when you're hot gluing fabric, be careful. You'll probably burn your fingertips. Okay. And that is our pumpkin done. We're going to let all the glue and all the paint finish drying, and then he is going to go outside on my porch. Okay, so those are my 2 jack-o'-lanterns done out here on my porch. This was an extremely fun DIY to do, and like I said, you can involve the whole family with this and make an entire pumpkin patch, one for each family member. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.